Busy couple of days, Gaffer. I think, well, we're not quite a week into January, and there's been quite a lot going on.
It has, and I'm on dry January, so it's even more stressful. But no, yeah, it's been good. It's been a good few days. First of all, obviously, thank you to Andrew and the board and that for moving so fastly and so quickly and letting us, to bring in the players that the recruitment team and the data team have highlighted and what we've been working so hard on for a few weeks and months. So yeah, really pleasing to get through the door within the first few days, and hopefully we'll see a few more in the not too distant future. Yeah.
The importance of getting them done early. Talk to us about that. Why have we acted so early like this?
Because the opportunity's there to do so. So as soon as the window opens, we know that we have to strengthen the squad for what's going to be a really hard second half of the season. So we're ready. We've highlighted the players that we wanted and we've moved swiftly. So I think it's coming up to this week as well. We've got 3 really tough games all away from home. So to have 3 new recruits who are going to strengthen the squad gives us a better chance. Obviously in them 3 games doesn't mean we're going to win them, but it gives us a chance. And hopefully we can get a couple more in before the window closes, and we can move forward for the second half of the season. We're in the strongest possible position. Obviously in the summer, when you bring players in, you have a period where you're just training, you don't have to focus on games. But as you've said, January is a month where there's lots of games, and this week in particular are big important games. How is it as a coach trying to juggle the incomings and outgoings potentially, the preparation for matches, the integration of players into the squad? How have you taken to that? It's hard work. Get to February, get the drink, eh? Yeah, didn't leave here till probably 7 o'clock maybe last night. And it's where you need your staff around you. So I've got a brilliant staff, coaching staff, immediate staff, Nance and Husey and Darren, who they went down today before I did. I was on the phone until pretty much 10 o'clock this morning, setting the sessions up. So this way you need everybody helping, because it's too much for one person to do on their own. So they know that my head's everywhere at the moment. Sam and the analysts are putting my unit meeting together for me today, which I would normally do. So yeah, it's busy. It's a busy month. I think the difference in the January window is that you're playing, and so you're having to put that to bed now and switch the phone off for an hour while you watch Bolton. Because that's important, obviously, that we get that right. But I think what's also important is that we bring players in as well who are ready to play. So in the summer you've got 6 weeks to get everybody fit, but the people who we've brought in have been playing or are fit. So yeah, hopefully they can hit the ground running. Let's talk about the week to come, and it starts with Bolton. As you said, we had a great result against them earlier this season. We had a good result up against them away last season. But they are chasing the same thing we are. They're in pretty decent form as well. How do you see it? It's going to be a really hard game. I remember last year was really hard, decided on a set play away from home. The game here was open, probably too open for our liking. They had some big chances. I remember Michael making a big massive save at a huge important time, and then we killed the game off. So yeah, we're expecting a hard game. In my opinion, they're one of the better sides in the division. Hard to figure out. They pass the ball really well. And yeah, it's going to be a tough afternoon. So we're expecting to go there and be up against it. There'll be spells in the game where we have to defend well, and hopefully there'll be times in the game where we can impose what we want to do on them also. And it's the start of a big week as well, with the Papa John's quarter final against Bristol Rovers, and then Ipswich next weekend as well. Having had a kind of 6 days without a game, it's back to it again, isn't it? Yeah, and again bringing in the fresh new faces and having people coming back from injury is real good news, and it makes the squad stronger, because as you've just said, it's going to be 3 hard games, a lot of travelling in that week. So we're going to have to use the squad as best as we can and hope that we pick the right players for the right games, and then we get reactions from the subs who come off the bench, as we've seen so many times so far this season. So yeah, we're well prepared for it. We know what's coming, but the good games that you want to be involved in, it's Bolton Wanderers at their stadium. It's going to be a big crowd. Then it's Bristol Rovers with a semi-final at stake, and then a top of the table clash against Ipswich Town, which will be probably a sellout as well. So as a player, they're games you want to be involved in.
Just to finish off on, obviously we've spoken about the guys that have come in, and there could potentially be a couple of others. One big one that's gone was Morgan Whittaker, went back to Swansea. Obviously made a huge contribution to how well we've done this season. What are your thoughts just around it? How are you feeling about it?
So, firstly, thankful that we had Morgan here, because without his contribution, then we might not be sitting at the top end of the table. He was a brilliant player for us, scored some great goals, got some really good assists at important times, and everybody enjoyed watching him play. He was a great lad to work with. Every day, he looked like he was growing in confidence. By the weeks, every week, he just seemed as though he fit here, and he was devastated that he had to leave. We were gutted that he had to go, but I think what's also important is that, and he would know this as well, it wasn't just about Morgan. The strongest part of our team is the team. Everyone's contributed. It's the strikers have all scored goals, Finners has scored goals, and others have played huge parts so far this season. And now we've brought in a few new faces. They're going to contribute, and the ones who have already been here hopefully continue what's been a brilliant season so far, and we don't let one disappointment derail us.
The only way is up. Well, thanks for chatting to us, Captain.